All right, what's up, everybody? Hello, hello. Hello, hello. What is going on? How are you today? It is Thursday. Can you believe it? Feels like the week just started. It's already Thursday. That's how it goes. That's how it goes in life. When you're busy, time flies, right? And I certainly have been busy this week. By the way, this is DSP, if you're wondering. This is not some other mysterious streamer on the stream today. It is me. How you doing? This week's been good. This week's been a good mix. Dark Souls 3 alternated with some other stuff. We had the Battleborn beta on Sunday. We had Ratchet and Clank yesterday. But Dark Souls 3... Wait a minute. Today's Wednesday, isn't it? I just said it's Thursday. Today's Wednesday. Oh, yeah. Well, time flies even faster. I'm live streaming from Thursday. I don't know about you. I'm actually in Thursday right now, so I'm streaming back in time to you on Wednesday. How about that? Yeah, right. All right, today is Wednesday, April 13th, 2016. I swear I thought it was Thursday. I really did. I thought it was Thursday until someone in the stream chat said, "Isn't it Wednesday?" How is everyone doing? I hope you're doing well. Like I said, the week's been flying by because the alternation of Dark Souls 3 with other stuff every day has really created some variety for me. And, you know, been mixing it up a little bit. And it's playing more Dark Souls than I have for the past 3 weeks. And it's good. I'm having fun with it. I hope you're enjoying it. I know that many of you now are actually playing the game yourselves. I actually had about a dozen people who tweeted me overnight and were telling me about their different Dark Souls experiences on Twitter. And so a few people emailed me, too. That's pretty good. That's pretty fun. It's cool because it's the opposite of what usually happens. Usually, you know, I live stream and or play a game and record it. And then people are also playing the game, right? And then they watch my experience and they get to see, gee, here's how someone else experienced this game through a playthrough. It's kind of the opposite. People are coming to me now and saying, wow, it's cool that you played the game ahead of time. You know, here's my experience with it. You know, I don't watch video game playthroughs. I don't have time to watch YouTube videos and such. So for me, it's kind of a unique experience when people are telling me, oh, I found this, or, oh, man, I ran into that crystal demon right at the beginning of the game. I said, fuck that shit, and I ran away. And other people are like, man, I was like level 2. I fought that fucking thing. I killed it, and I got a fucking, you know, a Titanite scale I don't need for like the next 7 hours of gameplay. Yeah, some people fell for the trap. Some people fell for the trap and killed that thing early just to find out it was a waste of time if you're in early game. But yeah, that's fun. I like that. So thank you to those of you who did share your experiences with me. I appreciate that. That's a lot of fun. Hope that you're all enjoying the game. I am. I'm really liking it. Besides the effing frame rate issues that are pissing me off, because that last boss that I fought, that Pontiff, the only reason that it took so long to beat him was because the frame rate was for complete balls in the second form of the fight. So stupid. Yes, let's slow the game down to incredibly slow-mo, which delays your fucking input, and you can't react to anything he does, but he can insta-kill you. Well, gee, what a great boss fight. And, you know, I've actually heard that on PC this game runs at pretty much a silky smooth 60 frames per second. Which pisses me off, of course, because once again, why can't we have equal versions of the fucking game on every version? It just doesn't make sense to me. Seriously. I'm just so pissed off because we're in 2016, right? And if you bought Dark Souls 3 on the Xbox One, the PlayStation 4, or the PC, you bought the same game. It's the same price. It's not like, oh, the PC version was $60, the PS4 version was $55, and the Xbox One was $50. No, you paid $60 and or whatever the equivalent is in your country, when you bought the game. So why did we all get different fucking versions of the game? In 2016. You know, 2016. And it just frustrates me. It's not fair. It's not fair to the consumer. It's not. Everyone should have the same version. And you know what? It's this simple, right? It's this simple. If you can't make the version equal on all fucking platforms, then don't make it for all platforms, you know? Bloodborne, anyone could talk shit about Bloodborne as much as they want, for whatever reason. The bottom line is Bloodborne was PS4 exclusive, and when you played that game, you got the same experience as everyone else because it was only on PS4, right? But Dark Souls 3, we need to cash the fuck in, right? We gotta get it on every console. So some people have a better version, some people have a worse version. It's fucking stupid. It's really stupid. I think they should all be equal. Every version should be equal. Now, some people would argue, well, that's not fair because the PC version, obviously, is running at 60 frames per second, right? Well, they shouldn't nerf the PC version because that wouldn't be fair to PC owners. I agree. I actually agree. I'm certainly not saying that they should downgrade the game. I'm saying make the fucking game work on everything. Don't be lazy. And that's what it is. It's lazy game development. We made one version of the game that runs at 60 frames per second, but we can't get it to work on everything. Well, then you failed as a game developer. That was your job. That was your one job, to make an equivalent version of the game on all platforms. So if you could get it to work at 60 frames per second on one platform, it should work on all. None of this namby-pambly bullshit. Excuses. It's an underpowered console. So then don't fucking release it for that console. Tell Microsoft, your console's underpowered, fuck you, we're not putting it on that console, right? Seriously. That should be the situation. And then maybe Microsoft won't put out underpowered consoles, you know? So here's a question for you. I got a serious question, all right? And this is one I'm going to propose here. I'm curious to see people's responses to this. If the Wii U, okay, wasn't such an underseller, if the Wii U wasn't last place in the console market right now, what if it were the opposite, right? What if the Wii U actually had sold like fucking hotcakes and the Wii U was #1 in the market right now? I know this is a really alternate reality situation, but go along with it for the time being, okay? What if the Wii U were #1? Obviously, From Software would want to port Dark Souls 3 to the Wii U. Would it run at 5 fucking frames per second? What would their excuse be then? You know what I mean? It's pretty silly. Because you know they would. You know they would port it. Would it be insanely like low res? Super low res, no fucking detail on anything. It's 1080p, or no, it's 720p upscaled to 1080p, no detail on anything around, and it runs at fucking 20 frames per second, so they could get it on the Wii U. You know, I don't know. I'm just frustrated. And the thing is, I'm not even asking for 60 frames. I'm not. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to be like super duper demanding here. I'm not demanding 60 frames per second. Dark Souls has never run at 60 frames per second on a console. I just want a consistent 30 frames per second. That's all I want, a consistency. Give me a game that no matter if I'm fighting one enemy or 27 enemies or giant boss with fucking 14 clones, I want 30 frames per second consistently. I don't want artificial difficulty spikes in my gameplay because the game performance sucks at a certain part on a console, you know? So, that's my opinion. That's my take on it. It frustrates me, because everyone who's been following my playthrough knows I've pretty much had no real issue with anything so far. I've died a lot, but it's not like I was stuck on anything except this last boss. And after I had mastered the first pattern of the boss, it was really the second form of the boss that kept killing me, and it was bullshit, because I only died to the fucking frame rate. And the game chugging to a fucking crawl, you can't move. Can't move, can't get out of the way, and then he just insta-kills you. It's fucking lame. So, anyway, that's just my take. Alright, let's get back to the subject. Sorry, I went on a little tangent rant there. Dark Souls 3, 3.5 more hours today. Okay? What can you expect? Well, here's the thing. Last stream, I killed that fucking Pontiff boss. Took me about an hour. And then we had about 2 hours of progress where I went through the dungeon, right? And the dungeon was pretty tough because of the stupid witches that sap your health. But I got through it and searched pretty thoroughly, but not extra thoroughly. I searched one room pretty thoroughly, but not another. And I got to the Profane Capital. That's where we left off last stream, as we got all the way to the Profane Capital. What I think I want to do today is... Oh my god, someone just said, did Phil update Dark Souls 3? They fixed the frame rate problems. No, they didn't! The patch did nothing. They did put a patch. There's multiple patches. It didn't fix the frame rate at all. On consoles, at least. It did nothing for consoles. It's a worthless patch. But anyway, yeah, what I want to do today, I want to focus on not necessarily backtracking, but being more thorough, okay? So, for example, I know that before the Pontiff boss, I saw an item that was on a ledge that I hadn't gotten to yet, and it might be a good one. I don't know, or it could be crap. I don't know what it is. And I'm seriously thinking about possibly trying to grab that item, okay? Also, I didn't kill that giant lizard fucking thing yet. I might try to do that. I don't know. I do know that past the Pontiff boss, if you remember, there was that area with the two gem lizard things, and then there was a staircase up, and I didn't take the staircase up. So that could lead to a totally new area that I don't know. I didn't do that yet. You know, remember last stream what I did? Since I killed the Pontiff, I decided to go back down to the river area, and I found a new way through the river that brought us down to the dungeons, okay? In addition to all of that, alright? In addition to all of that, I also didn't thoroughly search the dungeons. Like, I got all the cell keys while I was searching, but I never went back to open all the cells. So there could be some good items there in the dungeon that I need to grab. Okay? So, that's kind of what my focus is today. I don't think I'm going to do the Profane Capital today. I think that might be for another stream. I think today I'd like to be a little bit more thorough and try to search for all the hidden, not really hidden, but the stuff that I skipped. Maybe take on a fight or two and see what we can do. Okay? So we'll see. We'll see how the stream goes today. It will be 3.5 hours of gameplay, and it will start shortly. All right. Tonight, I'm going to be doing a vlog, and I did a poll last night on what vlog I should do, because there's a lot of stuff I could do at this point. I could do reactions to various movie trailers. There's 3 different movie trailers that now have come out in the past week that I could do a kind of a reactions video to. I could give my first impressions on this remake of Ratchet and Clank. But pretty much half the people who voted on this Twitter poll last night said they want to hear me talk about this whole Toby Turner situation. I'm not even kidding you, everyone. I probably had about 50 to 100 people contact me in the past week. They posted up on my forums. They tweeted me. They emailed me. They put comments on my videos. What about Toby Turner? Still going to talk about Toby Turner? Did you hear about Toby Turner? Toby Turner, Toby Turner, Toby Turner, Toby Turner. Why didn't Phil talk about Toby Turner? Every other YouTuber talked about Toby Turner. Well, since this is what people apparently want, I'm going to do a video about it tonight, but it's not going to be the kind of video that you're thinking. Okay? I'm going to leave it at that, because I don't want to spoil the thing. But my video is going to be very different from all of the videos that other YouTubers have made about this Toby Turner situation going on the internet right now. Okay? And then, later this week, probably tomorrow night and maybe Friday night, I'll do some other kinds of vlogs. I might actually do like a reactions video to one of these trailers or something like that. Okay? So that's tonight. Tomorrow, I'm probably going to go back to Ratchet and Clank for another day. Okay? And, that'll be interesting because I liked it. I played it yesterday, this Ratchet and Clank remake. It was pretty fun. Great graphics. A lot of the elements from the original game are still in the game, but they made the game dramatically easier. Like, way easier than the original Ratchet and Clank that I played in 2012. So I'm actually thinking tomorrow I might up the difficulty because I'm just not getting challenged very much. So we'll see. We'll see, how that goes. I might up the difficulty depending on, how I'm feeling. And, I just as I expected, not many people are watching it, by the way. I knew that was going to happen. Ratchet and Clank, it's a legacy game. This is a remake of the legacy game. And I'm enjoying playing it, not getting much interest. I'm not very surprised. I didn't necessarily invest massive time. I think the game's going to be around 10 hours long, maybe, at the longest. So it's not that big of a time investment anyway. So, That'll be tomorrow. And then Dark Souls returns on Friday. So yeah, I am literally doing Dark Souls 3 every other day. So if you are interested, you want to see me keep playing it, it's going to be every other day for the foreseeable future. If things slow down at some point, I may increase the frequency that I play Dark Souls 3. Basically, I want to finish Dark Souls 3 by around the first week of May, which gives me some time. It gives me a good 2.5 more weeks to play it. And the bottom line is there's not that much else this month. I'll give you a quick rundown. Next week is the Black Ops 3 DLC, which will probably take all of a day to get through. You know, I'll do one major stream of the zombie map, and I'll probably try the multiplayer maps in a quick stream. Star Fox Zero comes out late next week. And then the Gears of War 4 beta comes out on the 25th for everyone. That's the public beta. And then there's the next episode of Hitman. And that's really it in the realm of new releases for April. So, in regards to what's going on this month, not a lot. Not a lot left. It's kind of like more of a slow-mo. Oh, and I think also The Walking Dead Michonne episode 3, the final episode, may be coming out the final week of April, too. So, that's kind of it for the month. It's not a ton of stuff. It's maybe 1, 2, 3, maybe 3 days for the kind of episodic mini stuff, short stuff. And then Star Fox Zero, I don't know how much of an in-depth game that's going to be, or how much I'm even going to like it. I've actually heard that a lot of the game is this gyroscopic controls, which is actually, I'm getting worried now. Because I've been waiting since the 1990s to play another Star Fox game, and I have no desire to play with fucking motion controls, and that's what it looks like it's going to be. So I'm kind of now getting fucking worried about it. I don't know what the hell fucking Nintendo's doing. Seriously. We shall see. We'll have to see what happens. But I don't have high hopes for Star Fox anymore. I could be pleasantly surprised. I guess we'll find out. But yeah, well, basically, if I play Dark Souls 3 on and off every other day, that more than likely, you're talking. Let's just, for example, if we start today, it'll be another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I mean, we're talking maybe 9 more sessions by the end of the month. That's a good 27, 28 more gameplay hours. I'm pretty sure I could probably beat the game by then. Unless the game is insanely long to the point where everyone who's been saying that this game is shorter than Dark Souls 2 has been completely full of shit. I mean, that could be the case too. And I'm not saying that I'd be disappointed if that's the case, but that means it'll just have to run into May. And then I definitely have to beat it by the 10th, because May 10th is Uncharted 4. Then you've got Doom. Then you've got Homefront. You got Mirror's Edge Catalyst. There's like 2 or 3 other things in May. So May's going to be nuts. Well, we shall see. We shall see what happens. But I am enjoying the game. I hope you're enjoying the pace that I'm playing it at, that I'm not rushing through it. It's certainly making the game way more digestible for me. And I am liking it a lot. So I hope that you're enjoying the ongoing playthrough. I hope that those of you who've been playing the game yourselves and are joining me now to get caught up with my playthrough are having fun. I really appreciate that, and, that's what it's all about. Alright, I'm going to do very quick plugs today, because I just don't feel like doing them too long. I do them every day, and they get pretty tired. So I'm really not going to do long plugs today. I'll do it very quickly. Please, if you enjoy my videos and streams, spread the word about them. Please follow me on social media, @TheyCallMeDSP on Twitter. And feel free to retweet and like the tweets on there that you like, because social media reach is very important to the success of a business. Please check out my Amazon associate link in the description of my videos and my live streams. And if you live in the United States, please use that link when you shop on Amazon. Please check out patreon.com/DarksidePhil, where your pledges help to allow me to continue to do this full time, but you also get cool things like perks for yourself. And by the way, big update. As of right now, all of the perks for the month of March have been actioned, okay? A lot of people were waiting for their forum upgrades. Those should now be in effect. I got a tweet about it this morning. Someone said that, oh, I didn't get my forum upgrade. It's done as of now. It was all processed this morning. The Patreon goal this month is the return of the Indie Marathon. So if we hit the goal this month, I'll be doing an Indies Marathon at the end of May. that the patrons will be voting, nominating and voting on the games to play, so that's good. And your pledges contribute to that goal, okay? And also this month, at the end of this month, I'll be doing a Blizzard Marathon. Right now, the patrons are voting on what game I'll be playing in that Blizzard Marathon, so if you just had your forum account upgraded, please vote. And that's pretty much it. That's all I'm going to say. How about that? I'll do a nice short and sweet plugs, and that's it. The plugs are over. 2 minutes. That was a record, ladies and gentlemen. A record. There you go. 2 minutes, and now the plugs are done and we can start. What do you think about that shit? What do you think about that shit? Alright, I'm actually going to turn on my air conditioner because it's starting to get hot in here. Alright, that is it. I'm ending the pre-stream, and we're starting right now. Dark Souls 3, motherfucker. Motherfucker. Alright, here we go.